Issues in Christendom shows every Sunday on Western Spring Television, channel 190, only on StarTimes.
This iconic African presents the narrative of a man destined to exert an imperishable global influence in Western education. His was a story of a freeborn, captured and sold into slavery. He was born in Oshogun. Samuel Ajayi Crowther was the foundation student of Fora Bay College, Sierra Leone, the foremost university where the pioneer set of native Africans were educated. Samuel Ajayi Crowther's greatest contribution to humanity was his translation of the Holy Bible into the Yoruba language. The man who authored the Yoruba dictionary was also credited with the translation of English classic hymns into Yoruba and the Ekwere languages. Samuel Ajayi Crowther's private residence in Badagry, incidentally the first story building in Nigeria, is an archival museum dedicated to the memory of Africa's first bishop. Western Spring Television identifies Samuel Ajayi Crowther as a watershed.
Deep in the heart of ocean, where clouds kiss the hilltops and the trees hum with ancient songs, lies a miracle that flows from the rocks. Olumiri Waterfalls. Welcome to Erinjesha, a sleepy town just minutes away from Elisha, where nature, myth, and faith collide in
front of us. She's it has been very, very difficult getting her pinned down for this program. We have been on her trails for the last 2 weeks. But she's here at last. She's an associate professor in the field of computer science. And you teach computer science at the Faculty of Computing and Technology, UniOsun. It is my privilege to welcome Dr. Adepeju Adigun, an associate professor in that department. Madam, you are welcome.
Thank you, sir. The moderator.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Thank you. I will have to do this production very quickly because you tell me you're on your way. You are catching a flight in Lagos. Okay. No, never mind. It's part of your job. I want this beginning of this presentation to be like a seminar. You want to tell us some of the things we need to know. What is the internet? Very briefly. What is the relationship between the internet and artificial intelligence? So you can answer that.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Talking about the internet is a way of accessing the entire world to a layman.
Like me.
So, for example, now we are here in Oshogbo, Agubelewo, Ref FM.
Western television.
Western Spring. Oh,
Western
sorry.
Spring.
So without leaving our location here, we can communicate, access anywhere, either be video, audio, be anything. We can do that through the use of internet. Talk of AI, we call it A is for artificial, and the letter I there is for the intelligence. That's artificial intelligence. That to present it to a layman.
Yes, that's what I want.
It's a way of allowing equipment, tools, technology to render the services that we human beings, you and I, can do.
Okay.
And the opportunity of using AI, where we can have 10, 4, 40, thousands of personnel as human beings. With the use of AI, it will reduce the number, the size of personnel that may be needed.
The barest minimum.
Yes. And at the same time, the connection between the internet and the AI is that actually there are some offline AI. The offline I mean is that as we are here, you are operating your gadget. It's one of the AI, but not going outside. For the AI, your media, your television, people outside the country even accessing it.
Yeah.
That's when it's connected with the use of internet. When it is not connected with the use of internet, but you can use that facility like your washing machine, like your iron, that nobody will know that you are doing anything around you, that you are operating your robot within you. That's offline. That you are not connected with the people outside. You are still around yourself. But so far you can link up with another person using your gadget. You have merged the use of AI with the internet.
Good. What is the cyberspace? What is it?
Thank you. The cyberspace is when we are referring to the cloud. The cloud, as we all know that as we are looking at the sky, well, we refer to it as the cloud because the data, the database, or the instrument, the internet even pass through that space. You and I, as we are doing now that we are on live, we are passing through that space, that cyberspace. But the cyberspace is like a building. Like this building now, we have different rooms serving different purposes, different functions. Exactly the same thing, we have it in the air, in the space. And that won't deal with wireless. Without the use of cable, all these wires locked together, we can't see it. It deals with the signals. So that cyberspace is a space that accommodates the data, the resources, everything that you and I and other people outside where we are not can have or can store all their needs and get it at any time. If you call your friends now, either Agumbelewo or people in UK or anywhere, it will be stored in the space, in the cyberspace. And that is the reason why, well, the security aspect. Let me reserve that one.
We are coming to that. What is
not all the security that we can mention.
Oh yeah, whatever it is, so you are permitted
I will
to.
just way is an avenue, is a room, is a space that accommodates all our resources, all our use, without having physical access to it.
Before I come to that cyber security or otherwise, as an expert, I want to ask you, I'm talking practically from a layman's point of view. Has research not shown you that someday in the next 150, 100, 150 years, that space could collapse? Is there anything like that? Because whatever it is, this building, after maybe 300 years, it might begin to crack. I don't know, but the way the whole world is loading its resources inside the space, what you call the cyberspace, someday you have not, science has not led us into believing that someday it could collapse.
Thank you. It has been happening. It has happened.
Okay.
And it will continue.
How?
Thank you. For that database in the cloud, in the space, we have banded and unbanded space. The banded one is the one that with fixed size An unbounded one is the one that's open, that can accommodate anything. But for the unbounded, is open to limited data, limited resources. That TikTok today, Instagram tomorrow, this, that. That one is open. It can go to unbounded space, cyberspace. But this bounded one is the one that normally collapse. And that's crack. That's when you have database crack, this and that. Yeah. But the solution to it that they have been doing is the expansion. We call it data expansion. That's when you now hear, increase your bandwidth, increase this, increase that. When you now increase your bandwidth, for example now, this is a paper, we now discover that, okay, we have been writing. This space is full. It's better we look for another space. Let's try to look for another space. But the space to accommodate another space, that's the bandwidth that we need to increase when we're expanding. We now discover, we don't have enough. Add another one. Continuously like that. Yoruba people say, Oju Orun, I'm sorry to say, Oju Orun te ye fo. Lai farakara. We cannot and not. That's the power of God.
We cannot what?
We cannot exhaust the space in the cloud. But we are restricted to certain. You have your own space. I have my space. UK country has their own cyberspace. Nigeria has its own cyberspace. Other continents has their own cyberspace. And we still have the free space zone that we can, you know, in Osun State now, as we are growing, the land keep on extending. So we don't have any bushy area now. we don't have any bushy area. So we have expanded to, so one city now meet another. That's the reason why we are having series of boundary clashes. So those are the ball we cannot got exhausted. If the allocated one food feed up, then there is room to extend, to expand. But that one for the bounded. Unbounded is where you and I are patronizing day in, day out. We have daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, year, annually. So for the unbounded, most of the time they have it like quarterly or annually. But unbounded, you can have it daily, you can have it weekly by deleting the temporary files, the unfrequently used file. And know that they will delete it permanently. They will delete, you know, on your phone or your laptop. When you delete from your database, it will not go permanently. It will go to recycling bin. Until you remove it from the recycling bin, that's when you can now say, okay, but you can still get it.
Retrieve it.
Cyberspace, through the cyberspace.
Isn't it interesting? Now, let's talk about cyber security or insecurity. What is it? The level that you think you are permitted to. You mentioned it earlier that you don't want to go too deep there. Just tell us, what is cyber insecurity?
Thank you, sir. The cyber insecurity is when the cyberspace is facing threat.
From who?
From you and I. Òyìnbó tó ṣe pencil.
No,
ló ṣe razor. We are the architect. You and I are the architect of the cyberspace. We are the users there. We have two different users, front end and back end. The front end is for the general use. The back end is for the admin. And we have different types of administrators. But those administrators, we have some hackers.
Okay.
The legit hackers. For those hackers that are experts, among those front end, we have hackers too that are not legit.
Okay.
But they are using their professional skill or the knowledge that they acquire to create insecurity to cyberspace. For example, now, you had opportunity to have my nakedness. Maybe you want to exploit me. You can use that one to threaten me. That, Beju, I will go to the cloud and I'm going to the cyberspace. I will go to Twitter. I will go to this. And I know that once you have a single slot out, trillions have been.
Yes, if you are ready, you know, but the layman like me don't know. What must be done if one suspects fraudulent happenings in the cyberspace?
Thank you. As a layman, to the people in the market, in the offices, to the people that don't even know how to read and write, and they are facing this problem, the first thing is to quickly report. They need to report that threat to the appropriate person. The best thing is to the government. That's our, that's where we normally run to. And that's the reason why we are still calling our government to always be there for us, to secure us well, so that they will be able to govern us well, appropriately. Because there is nothing that is going in this space that is hidden, sir. Okay. It might be hidden to you and I. Don't forget I told you that we have two different ends, back end and front end. The front end have no access to everything in the cloud. You have access to your immediate operation, immediate activities. But the back end has everything, all access. What we are doing, if you draw out a penny, you might know my BVN, my PIN is best known to me. It is best known to you at that moment, but it's also known to your back-end administrator.
Okay. And who are these administrators at the back end?
You and I. It can be you, it can be me. We are all users. But solely, you are the you know what I don't know here. My own is to answer whatever you post to me. But you know in and out of this place. If you want me to fall down, you know how to do that. If I want to go into mistake, you know how to make me stand right, which I don't know. That's the typical example of how the back end operates. It's like Eleha. The woman in the Buddha knows everything,
about
even
herself.
Outside. You know what is inside, and she knows what is outside. But we, that we are looking at the woman, we are just looking at the garment alone, and other things that's open to us. So if they want to control that, okay, no, shoot that person. The person in the you don't know, maybe he's armed robber or another person, but he himself know what to do to save that person. The person in the Buddha know what to do. So that's exactly how the back end operates. They see everything. They are watching like camera. As you drop a call, all the calls you have been putting across to me has been dropping, and they have been monitored through the back end.
So the cyber world is a world of the pros and cons, and I say it's love and hate.
Of course, of course.
Why are we so keen on it? Do the gains that come from it, do they measure much above the losses? If it is a pro and con thing, the gains must be much better for us to risk it.
The gain is better, although it's very, very minute. Now, it's very minute, but
it can cause kata.
In fact, it can damage, destroy the whole world. But as it is, I will still continue advising us to embracing the use of AI, the use of technology. Well, as you hear now, you can have your trillions with you, and nobody will know.
Yeah.
And you can make different billions of transactions without leaving this place, without holding a pen. So it's one of the opportunities that is so flexible. It's making people to live comfortable, neat, and portable. When we are talking about portability, is there for us. When we are talking about consistency, is there for us. Not that you get to your app today, you now see another dimension. No, you won't see that. But you can go to the bank and see a new face today. Coming there tomorrow, another person. Go to hospital, see a person that you are familiar yourself with today, but tomorrow you might not, and you may like the person. But when you are using your AI, you continue.
Good. Time is not very much on our side, but
let me use that opportunity to appeal, not only of
cyber crimes,
cybercrime, everything. I'm using this opportunity that stop discouraging users that's using this legitimately to get it as their daily means, to provide for their needs appropriately. Whatever you want to do, you can use your knowledge in another way that will even project and present to you that respect that you deserve. Integrity is very, very important. We don't need to allow our colleagues, our families to cry before we can get rich. So please, be a good hacker and be a good database, cyberspace administrator, network administrators, and others that are dealing with technology. God bless you.
Well, thank you for the admonition. 3 weeks ago, a philanthropy came round, donated 10 million to your institution to assist you equip the cyber security lab. What is a cyber security lab?
Thank you. The cyber security lab, as we know, the cyber, then the security. That security there is to protect, it serves as protection, protecting the cyberspace. So the cyber security is the way of protecting the cyber attack. Because it's a critical, cyber attack is a critical issue when we are talking about cyber security. So we need to have proactive actions. So there must be a dedicated lab, not only for anything, to train. Yoruba people say that òrìṣà tá a bá ń ṣe, tá a bá fi ọmọ ẹni, yóò parun náà ni. So to bring all the younger ones and for the research work.
You take them through,
of course,
cyber lab,
all the cyber activities, anything talk of cyberspace, cyber security, how you can come up with those solutions, phishing and all. They will teach them there. How you can hack, how you can.
Yeah. Okay, you teach them all those things.
Of course.
So as a means of how you can hack and how you can also prevent.
Even how they can hack the nation's database. It's part of
Yes.
what they
Yes,
are.
you have to train
they
them
have to
know.
go.
Yeah.
That's
Train
the
them to
reason
know.
why I'm saying that that knowledge needs to be used
Positively.
effectively, positively, not in other way around.
Yes.
They are professional hackers. They are professional. They have certificate for it to showcase. But they should not use it to destroy another person's life.
Now, when we hear glitches here and there, as we heard during the 2003 elections, what is involved? We hear glitches.
In terms of election?
Or anything, whatever it is, I don't want you to, but I'm just giving that as an example. When you hear of it, what leads to it? What causes it, and what have you?
Remember I told you that in the space, it's a room that will stop.
Yeah.
I, as an outsider, I will drop my own. You drop your own. You will drop your own. But you are the insider there. You are the one that controlling, monitoring what they are submitting. Osun State votes send to the same database, but they have platform. There is a particular platform that the administrator will be assessing, viewing, to know what is going on. So at the back end, there is opportunity to do
anything,
to do anything whatsoever. Even to change, I posted one. Back end can change it to anything.
11.
Even more.
Oh,
And if I check it again, I will see that 11.
You still see the 11, but the end product will be more than 11.
I posted one.
Yes. Okay. And then they have changed it to say 11.
11.
And when it comes back, you will still see the 11.
I will see that 11 that changed. If I now query that, I don't want to say that.
Oh yeah, no, just be smart about it. If you query that, what happens?
I query that, I will give you thousands upon thousands of
reasons,
answers that will give you, that will substantiate my 11 or more.
Okay. And that's what I want to know. You are not
I told you, Oyinbo don ṣe pencil lo ṣe reza.
Interesting. Very interesting. I mean, that's why I said you are invited you here as a seminar, to conduct a seminar for us. Let people
but
know.
If you are dealing with integrity, like that kind of area is a sensitive area that you need to know the kind of person that will man that power. Well, ẹnìkan ìdágbò ṣe. Not only the head, the subordinate must be trustworthy. And not people that enjoy money or luxuries, you can buy for many things and nothing will happen. Nothing will happen.
You've touched on very, very sensitive issues. We won't allow you to go beyond that, but then it's food for thought for everything. Before we go, one or two more questions. How well is your institution, in particular your faculty, which is where the cyber security lab is, how prepared you for that challenge or that opportunity that has been brought to you?
Not only Union. Anyway, we have association. It's a rule and it's a standard rule. As you make a design now, we have what we call the backup setup. The backup setup will continue more because if you say that you block them now, they are working. I mean the fraudsters. They are working day in, day out.
To outsmart you.
To outsmart. Exactly, that's what we are doing as a researcher. It's a research lab, and not only research lab for few sake to carry the activities. But I won't go details, because when you are talking about security, security issue is not something that you need to be discussing on table. I normally laugh when I heard them discussing the way out, especially on the issue of security. It shouldn't be.
It should be. But if they don't do that, people
in-house now, it shouldn't be in-house. Then the strategy will be those set up.
Those
so
connected.
that how many times have you have those kidnapper Boko Haram revealing their strategy? How many times? This CP or this that IG will go to this place tomorrow. No. If truly we want to carry out what we call security, no alert to be made. I have served my university as Dean Student Affairs
Some years back.
for years. I learned a lot. I learned a lot from that. Security, you don't reveal it. Paseru, come and feedback, knowledge. But in Nigeria, we normally pass it and bang it and bang it and bang it. And the opposition will now using that as variables. They will be collecting as variable to manipulate and get prepared. That's security. Well, they know. Nigeria knows. They know that they don't need to reveal, but they know what they are doing. It's better we'll stop deceiving ourselves.
Okay. Very briefly, what is cyber forensic?
Cyber forensic, for example, now, I just say, Daddy, please give me your phone. I just want to insert my SIM into it. Now, inserting, you call, then you leave it. I remove my SIM. At DB, I'm a criminal. They will trace you. They will trace it to you. When they are getting out those things. It's part of the cyber forensic. Because there is...
Okay,
no.
You don't but certainly, okay, what is your word to all Nigerians using the cyberspace?
Well, my word to them is to please, let's use that cyberspace as being expected. Let's use it to generate and acquire legit money. We can use it to, you don't need to rent shop if you know how to use this cyberspace very well. You don't need to go and take billions to, you don't. Just get your home, your link, then set up your room, your sitting room, then have your content, send it, you have your connections with it, then you can get your money, core money, direct money, without embarrassment, without affecting yourself or tampering your life or jeopardizing your future with it.
Thank you very much.